What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrubs here. No, I'm kidding. Okay, now that I've paid homage to two of the storytelling goats here on YouTube, also shout out to Scrubs. We miss you every single day. But Christmas isn't the same without you. We need the 12 days of Scrubs back. Hey, come on, man. But nevertheless, now that's out of the way, I do have a story time for you guys that I think you're going to enjoy. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, this takes place, I want to say, either sophomore or junior year of high school. Now, at the time, I had just recently departed with my beloved PS2, and I guess that can be its own story time, or yeah, I'll say that for its own story time. I'll tell that one. Maybe I'll tell that one in a couple weeks or so. Or if you guys want to hear it in the next couple of days, you guys really want that story, I'd be happy to tell it. But nevertheless, so I was sans PS2 now. Oh, and or actually, I guess I can tell it real quick. Hey guys, it's not that long of a story. I guess I can sneak in here real quick. So, I was playing Ratchet and Clank Going Commando on the PS2, and of course the PS2 controllers are wired. And the way the setup was in the one room in my house where the PS2 was, it was kind of sitting on like this TV stand, and there was the TV, and it wasn't a flat screen. We didn't have flat screen HD TVs. Yet we still had the old school, the big back TV. You youngins know nothing about that, but so we had the big back TVs, and so it took up a lot of space in on the little like stand, like activity stand or whatever that we had for like our TV, and then below, normally we'd have like we'd have our DVD player, our PlayStation, stuff like that. But I had moved it perched up. Now, automatically, I probably should have known that was a bad idea. But nevertheless, so I was playing Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, and I felt that from where I was sitting on my couch. I felt like the PlayStation slash controller wasn't close enough, so I tried to yank it closer, or it might got tangled. Well, it was one of the two, but somehow the PS2 landed face first, and the disc tray jammed, and I was mortified. And it sucked because it was my brother's PS2, who he had given it to us a long time ago. When he got his Xbox 360, but I love that PS2, especially when ours stopped working. We had the slim model at first, so he had his own, and then we, like the main media family, because my older brother didn't live with us. He had the fat boy, the fat PS2. We had the PS2 Slim, and for whatever reason, I don't know what it was, ours stopped working. So he gave us his other one, because around that time the Xbox 360 came out. So he gave us his PlayStation 2. He turned his back on the PS2 Brotherhood and joined Team Xbox. Back when people cared about the console wars, but good times. But so he gave us his PS2, and so we had been using that ever since, and it served us dutifully. Like, we had that for several years, like a decade plus, almost, just about, or at least close to like a decade or so. But yeah, so it was no longer working, was no longer operational. We tried to fix it. It could not be salvaged, so we said RIP to our fallen comrade. But now that that's out of the way, hey, back to the regular part of the story. Around that time, I had wanted to upgrade. Hey, I thought about getting another PS2. There is a kind of old school game store I would stop in almost all the time to get PS2 games. But I thought about getting another PS2. But then I also potentially thought about getting a PS3. He didn't quite want a PS4 because those were still relatively expensive, and I was in high school. But well, in hindsight, I probably could have worked and saved for it. But I also kind of wanted a PS3. Uh, so I was not able to uh, get a PS3, like buy it, because by that time they were kind of phased out. The PS4 was around. I probably could have went to the old school game store and gotten a PS3, but I was looking for something new, looking for a new fix. I needed a new drug, just like Huey Lewis in the News would say. But I couldn't find one. But one day, as I was at the train station, I couldn't tell you what day of the week it was, but I was at the train station, and right across the street from the train station I was at is a Wendy's. We would go to that Wendy's just about all the time. Like if you got off at the train station, then you know about that Wendy's. And in fact, I'm sure some of you who are more native to the area probably know exactly what area I'm talking about. But I don't want to say too much because it'll be kind of a giveaway. But there was a Wendy's right across the street, and we go in there all the time. We would go in there all the time for food. That's kind of what you did after school, after you got off the bus and everything for school. So I went over, got some food. I think I just got like a chicken sandwich, maybe like a Frosty or something, or I might just have to use a bathroom because that place has a bathroom. But I remember I was coming outside. I to go back to the stop to wait for my bus so I can head home. How the situation worked going to and from school was I took bus to the train station, then train station downtown, then walked down to my school, and then I did the inverse when it was time to go home. So as I was heading back to the train station outside, I noticed something in a plastic bag. And normally, if you see something in a plastic bag, like then you don't touch it because you don't know what it could be. It could be just about anything. It could be human feces for all I know, for all I knew. But curiosity got the better of me, so I came up, took a closer look, and I realized something. It kind of looked like a game console. I didn't know which one it was though. It kind of looked like a game console. So I took a peek at it, and turns out it's a PS3. It's one of the older looking PS3s. So I'm like, oh wow, I found a free PS3 outside this Wegmans. So not this Wegmans, this Wendy's. So of course I decided to take it home because it's a free PS3. So I took it home and I got it hooked up to my TV. And this probably, in hindsight, this probably should have been a sign that this was not a good idea. There was a bunch of games on there as demos. There was a bunch of demos loaded on to the PS3. So I'm like, huh, that's a bit strange. So I was able to play a few demos for some games. They had games like Iron Man, the Iron Man game that came out on PS3 based off the MCU movie. I think they had I think they might have had a Call of Duty on there. Or admittedly, I don't remember too much, but I remember I would just play some of the demos because I didn't really get games yet. And I kind of just enjoyed my time with that for a little bit. But then I actually tried a game. Now, one of my friends didn't want their games anymore, and I told him that I just recently got this PS3. So he gave me his old game. It was an NBA game. I forget which 2K it was, but I popped it in the disc tray, and it didn't load. For some reason, it didn't load. I thought it was kind of weird, but now looking back on it, I think that PS3 might have been a display model that you would find at like Walmart or Target or even Toys R Us, because I think around that time Toys R Us had like just closed. But but the disc was not working. So that's when I realized, like, oh man, you can't play discs on this thing. And now in hindsight, that PS3 might have been stolen from one of those aforementioned places. So I was out of luck, like, or was I? Because it turned out my other friend didn't want his PS3 anymore. He was getting a PS4, so he gave me his PS3, and this was brand new model. It was new in the box, and it still worked. And so I took it home, hooked it up, and I actually even still have that PS3 to this day. It's like literally sitting behind me. I was literally just playing it yesterday. Hey, in fact, because I had the day off because MLK Day, I was literally playing it. I was playing Slide 2, one of the best video games ever. Don't at me. Excuse me, but yeah, so I still have that PS3 to this day, and I remember now that I had a working PS3 that actually worked with discs and everything. That's when I made a PSN account. I started getting all kinds of PS3 games. I remember even later on because there was a GameStop near where I was, and that GameStop actually just closed up, so RIP. But I would get PS3 games in there all the time, and I remember I got like W13, W2K14. I got Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. I was just I was having a grand old time with this PS3. But I guess sometimes you gotta find your broken down PS3 to find your good PS3 or something along those lines. I don't know. But nevertheless, that is going to do it for this story time. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and turn on those post notifications so you know every single time I upload a video so you never miss an upload. Let me know in the comments, has something like this ever happened to you? Also, before you ask, I'm sure some of you are asking, Nigel, you got the shiny new PS3 from your friend and new still in box. What'd you do with the other PS3? Well, first of all, I remember I also, once I got the new PS3, I took a picture and put it on my Instagram. It's still on my Instagram to this day. I believe the image is still there. I'll put a photo on the screen if it is, but because I made like a post about it and everything back when I was posting cringy stuff on Instagram, and I still kind of do. I don't know why I say I used to, but I'm sure some of you wonder what happened to the old PS3, the one that you found. I have no clue. I have no idea where it is. If I had to guess, either me or my parents might have thrown it out at some point. Right? But I couldn't tell you where it was. I kind of just kept it like on a shelf or something while I hooked up my new actual PS3. So I have no idea where it went, and they probably tossed it. If we didn't throw it out, then it's probably somewhere in my house, probably just laying dormant and waiting for it to be used again. And sorry, not happening, buddy. But yeah, and if I do end up finding it, I'm probably gonna toss it anyway because I don't really have any use for it, unfortunately. Or I might sell. Hell, I don't know who would really pay top dollar for for like a potential display model PS3, but crazier has happened. But nonetheless, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace.